What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia Pro Analysis video. This is Super Johnny, joined by Ocean Sharma alongside with me like always, and we're going to be taking you through the tournament, the top performing teams, the top players, and a lot of other things.
We're definitely going to be discussing all those things in a nutshell when we talk about it. But before we begin, right, this tournament is massive with its prize pool for starters. $150,000 on the line for the teams, bragging rights again and again. And well, again, the division that the tournament has for itself, starting up from the qualifiers, going to the leagues and to the finals to get those bragging rights and money. Well, I'm really excited.
Well, so am I. So let's get this party started. So hopefully you guys know what's coming up next. If you don't, it's our top 3 predictions. We try our very best to figure out who or which teams we will be seeing in the top 3 at the end of the tournament. And for now, in no particular order, the first team we want to talk about, it's going to be IHC Esports.
The team has definitely made their name for themselves when we talk about the competition overall, and that competition is what they are going to be dragging forward against their opponents. And definitely talking about the opponents, I believe we have another name for us.
Exactly, and that is going to be Stalwart Esports, a team that first of all came out of nowhere, beat Zeus Esports as IHC was called back then, and then they were like the team to look out for at any given tournament they were a part of. Stalwart Esports, this lineup has a lot of experience. They have really aggressive players. I mean, talk about what Action does inside of the game. It's just brilliant and scary.
Yeah, he just takes everyone down, but then that's not just it. When we talk about our third name, we have Skylights Gaming onto that name. When we have had this conversation before. I mean, this is the team for starters with the previous name, that is DRS. They kind of just defeated Zeus in its purpose of qualifying through PMGC points. Then they went on and dominated on the global level in front of the biggest names on the roster for themselves. And well, after that, they showcased why that team, that name needs to be there. So these 3 names, I'm pretty sure they are just bringing in the heat.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about the top 3 individual players that we would want to see at the end of the finals on the overall elimination leaderboard. And starting things off, it is a no surprise, no-brainer that we will be talking about Action from Stalwart Esports.
Just as we've talked about this before, right? Action has the record of the fastest 1v4 with a Thompson on the map of Sandhawk in the final circle to get a chicken dinner for himself, and that just keeps him up at that position. And not just that though, he is the one who actually gets onto his own name, that is Action Pack Performance. He gets hold of the players like Pika, Top, the ones that are dedicated snipers, or the ones that are just giving out all the important calls, and he gets onto those calls, he gets onto those fights, he gets onto that game. But well, if we're talking about Action on the surface, it should not be an icy-dicey situation for the next player that we're going to be talking about.
Exactly, because IC from IHC Esports has been on Action's tail for almost about a year now, and he has been trying to push this king of aggression off his throne for a really long time, and IC's performance keeps on improving. So coming into this tournament from the last PMPL, I think IC might just take the crown away from Action, and it's not going to be long before we see even IC take a hit, because even he has someone on his tails, and that is Nima from Skylight Gaming.
Nima, if you want to talk about it, right, the player has shown incredible performance in the previous tournaments. I still remember it was a circle around Ferry Pier-ish area, and the lad was surviving. And it's not just him, if you just say, it's his teammates as well that are giving him that opportunity to be free when they are playing. AJ just coming out there, Galzen, an impressive fragger for the team, just comes out, and Muffin Ninja as well. So it's a team performance, but Nima is the one that just likes to stay one step ahead of his team to get his team where his team needs to be. And well, that is one step ahead to the competition.
Alright, so Ocean, I feel like things are getting a little too stale now. It's time to add some masala.
Yeah, let's add some spice. And spice, when we talk about, right, it's all about the rivalries that just comes down to the players and the teams. But I would say we just can have 2 different sorts of rivalries for themselves. The first one starts up with IHC and Stalwart, because well, these names have been there where the competition is at its toughest, and they have had that cutthroat competition for themselves to showcase who's the topper in the class, I would say.
Exactly, because that's what's been going. I mean, we know IHC, the lads, they have been in incredible form since they started playing, and every single tournament, it's just Stalwart Esports, the team that seems to be standing in their way and standing right in front of the trophy.
I mean, remember the times when Zeus wanted to just, get a hold of Astro Academy, so they landed on Novo Repno in the final game, and well, they got beaten up. That's the rivalry that I'm talking about should happen this time. But then, there's not just that, it's Skylights and DRS as well. Two amazing names, but one's like the master of the other, or is the young blood master of the other one? You never know.
I mean, it's kind of like a face-off situation wherein the old DRS is the current Skylight Gaming, the old Wizards Vibes is the now DRS, but they still have to take revenge because the players are playing from a different organization now. So it's a completely, story filled with lots of curves and a lot of plot twists, but at the end, only one will stand champion, only one will be crowned champion, and we are here to find out who that will be.
Exactly.
Alrighty, now it's time to talk about the real game changers of the tournament, the team that we call Dark Horses.
Well, it's kind of a team that we have seen, we have known their gameplays in an incredible way. Yeah. But the only thing is, it's just that, last days sometimes are always last days for them to just, get down from the first position. Well, we're talking about Deadeyes, guys, and well, the team has definitely done incredible for themselves. They are the Dark Horses still, and they are the only team that has had the privilege to be representative of themselves in every single PMPL since the PMPL has started. So, yeah.
Exactly, but as you've been saying, talking about their story, in fact, it always remains the same. During the league stages, they do incredibly well. You start to expect them to be in the top 3, be in the top 2, or maybe even lift the trophy in the finals, but the finals, it seems like they're cursed for them.
I hope the curse gets broken though.
Hopefully it's lifted. So that's about it for the pro analysis. Now let's remember, there is a lot of things for these teams to fight for. For example, the $150,000 that are going to be there. But where do you guys catch all the action? Well, you can catch the action on our YouTube channel, that's right there, and follow us on our socials as well. Until next time, we will wait for you guys on the battlefield. So take care. See you again.